Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. In today's video, we are going to do something a little different. We're going to be doing a comparison of the potential top 5 at the 2024 Mr. Olympia. Huge shout out goes out to Supersetman for putting this together and also sending me the invite to do this challenge. And I'm not sure if you guys remember, but me and a couple of other YouTubers did another Supersetman challenge about a year or two ago. And despite none of us talking about what we were going to say, we all came to the same conclusion. So let's see if that happens once again this year. Now, before we get into this video, I am not an IFBB pro judge. Please do not expect me to judge these guys like I am a pro judge. I'm just going to let you guys know what I see. I might lose some subs. I might gain some subs. When it comes to comparisons, things can definitely get very ugly, but I'm going to give you guys my unbiased opinion, of course. So let's go ahead and start it off with the front double bicep. And immediately my eyes are drawn to Hadi Choopan, Andrew Jacked, and Samson Dauda. Derek Lunsford, very impressive in the upper body, but legs are lacking a little bit here. And also he looks very puffy, not really showcasing a lot of detail in the upper body. Sadly, Nick Walker is definitely falling in last place in this shot. So as far as the front double bicep goes, I definitely have Derek in 4th and Nick Walker in 5th. When it comes to the top guys in the world, we are really splitting hairs between Hadi, Andrew, and Samson. I'm going to say Samson is 3rd because he doesn't have the bicep peaks of a Hadi or Andrew. Some of you guys may get upset. You may prefer Andrew, but as far as this front double bicep goes, I like Hadi Choopan. So Hadi 1st, Andrew 2nd, Samson 3rd, Derek in 4th, and Nick Walker in 5th. So let's take a look at the front lat spread pose. And I'm going to place these guys 1 through 5 in every single pose, and then we're going to tally up at the end. So this is actually pretty similar to the front double bicep. I would say that Derek and Nick Walker are definitely falling in 4th and 5th. Nick Walker's midsection just doesn't look very pleasing here. Derek's chest pretty much disappears in the front lat spread, and again, the legs don't necessarily look the best. Now between Andrew, Hadi, and Samson Dauda. And once again, when it comes to the top guys in the world, we are literally splitting hairs. But as far as this front lat spread goes, I give Andrew Jacked the nod overall, even though he is shrugging up his shoulders and right lat seems to be somewhat disappearing. Hadi just looks too boxy in this shot, and his left shoulder also looks to be a little bit pointy. So I have Hadi in 3rd and Samson Dauda in 2nd. So front lat spread, Andrew, Samson, Hadi, Derek, Nick. And between the top 3, you can flip it however you want to. Now let's take a look at the side chest pose. And I think my analysis of this is definitely going to leave a few people upset. So the first thing that I noticed in the side chest, Hadi and Derek are displaying a level of dryness that none of the other guys have, Nick Walker included, which is very surprising. So side chest, if we look at the lower body, Hadi and Derek definitely lead the way, again showcasing a very high level of dryness. I would say that Andrew is falling in 5th as far as the lower body goes, and probably overall is the side chest. Andrew has a weird execution of this pose. Between Nick Walker and Samson Dauda, I'm more impressed by the muscularity of Samson. I believe both of these guys can showcase more detail in the side chest. Nick is extremely detailed from the front and the back, but for some reason side chest doesn't show as much detail. Could be arguable. I like Hadi Choopan here, Derek Lunsford, Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, and then Andrew Jacked. Argue with me in the comments below. And let's take a look at the back double bicep, and we aren't going to spend much time on the back poses because I believe they are very, very straightforward. So Derek Lunsford, of course, wins the back double bicep. In 2nd, I actually have Hadi Choopan. Nick Walker does display more impressive hamstrings, but Hadi's back is just wow. Now 3rd, I would have Nick Walker. 4th, I would have Andrew Jacked. And in 5th, I would have Samson Dauda. And I think it's fair to mention that Supersetman may be a Hadi Choopan fan and not the biggest fan of Derek Lunsford. I personally feel like Derek is a little bit smaller than what he should be in this comparison. That's just me. In this comparison, I would actually have Hadi winning the back double, but on stage, I'm pretty sure that Derek will win. So we're going to keep our placings, but I just wanted to mention Derek looks a little bit smaller here than he should be, at least I think. And let's take a look at the real Lat Spread pose. We aren't going to spend a lot of time here either because I think this is pretty straightforward as far as where do these guys stack up. So overall, I like Hadi Choopan. I can see an argument being made for Derek. He's a little bit tighter in the glutes, but Hadi is so wide as far as the back and the back lat. I really like Hadi. Derek will be second in this shot. Andrew could make a case for being in third, but overall he needs to be more conditioned, have more detail from the back. So I give Nick Walker the nod as far as third, and Andrew gets fourth. Samson Dauda falls in fifth in both of the back poses. And just a reminder, this comparison is just for fun. I'm pretty sure all 5 of these guys will look different on the Olympia stage. Now let's take a look at the side tricep pose. And Andrew Jacked falls in fifth for me. Upper body is very impressive, but not really showcasing much detail in the lower body. Now we transition to the front tricep. Andrew may be the winner of this pose. Now I actually like Nick Walker overall in this shot. Just from top to bottom, Nick has the best side tricep. Hadi displays a great side tricep, but he looks like the least muscular guy of this group. So I like Nick Walker overall. Samson is so close, but he needs to be a little bit tighter here. I could say that Hadi easily wins this pose, but he looks like the smallest guy of this group. So Nick Walker wins the side tricep, Hadi second, Derek third, Samson fourth, Andrew Jacked in fifth. I know you guys are looking at Andrew execute a front tricep, but as far as the side tricep goes, he would place in fifth. Now let's take a look at the ab and thigh shot where I'm pretty sure Andrew will redeem himself. So overall, I definitely like Andrew in this shot, and I take Hadi Choopan second. I can see an argument being made for Hadi, but personally, I think Hadi and Andrew have some of the best ab shots of all time. Between Derek, Nick, and Samson, we aren't really seeing the best of all time ab shots. Let's take Samson third, Derek fourth, and Nick Walker in fifth. Nick's midsection isn't pleasing, and Derek has the lumps in the lats. At least Samson Dauda doesn't have those 2 issues. And let's go ahead and wrap up here with the most muscular shot. And since all of these guys hit multiple poses, I'm just going to give you guys the placings of the sum of all of the shots. So I actually believe Andrew Jacked takes the most muscular with Hadi Choopan in second. Samson Dauda takes third, Derek Lunsford fourth, and Nick Walker in fifth. One thing I did learn about this comparison, even though it's very hypothetical, if Nick Walker's midsection looks at the Mr. Olympia how it looked at the New York Pro, he will definitely be in trouble. Nick doesn't have a bubble gut, but in comparison to the other guys, it just isn't a good look. But let me watch this back and tally up the scores, and I'll let you know who places where. So I'm back with the results, and I just want to mention again before announcing who places where, this entire comparison is very hypothetical. We have to take into account sizing, lighting. Again, huge shout out to Supersetman. He did the best that he could on this video. Now, as far as the placings go, first place, Hadi Choopan, 14 points. Second place, Andrew Jacked, 23 points. Third place, Derek Lunsford, 24 points. Andrew edges out Derek by 1 point. Samson Dauda in fourth place with 28 points, and Nick Walker in fifth with 31 points. Despite this being very hypothetical, I don't think this is too far-fetched as far as possibly happening at this year's Mr. Olympia. Now, out of all of these guys making improvements from their last showing, Derek Lunsford should have made the most, having a full year off. And let me actually backtrack that statement. If Andrew places second and Derek places third, that would be absolutely insane at this year's Mr. Olympia. But I'm not surprised that Hadi ended up winning and that Nick Walker could potentially slip down to fifth. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? There should be other guys posting this same video. Let's see if we end up with the same results. But I'm Krishan from Go Fitness. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That's it. I'm out.